Welcome back to another Matty Ice reviews. Tonight we're going to be continuing our As Seen on TV product reviews with the Clever Cutter. If you're not familiar with this product, guys, this is the kind of like all-in-one. As you can see, it's like scissors. They have a little cutting board next to them. And it tells you it's going to make cutting and chopping vegetables easier because unlike a standard scissors that would just snip this way, this is a little board and then you got one blade that tilts down to chop. So vegetables like carrots and celery, as it's pictured right here, nice and easy to chop up and make quick, little slices. I think it looks cool. It claims that it's a razor sharp stainless steel blade and it's spring loaded, so it is going to kind of be like spring loaded scissors. All right. And then they show it working on some other things. We've got a root vegetable here. It looks like a potato. We've got some cheese. They're chopping up chicken right there. It looks really neat. So another wonderful product. And as you can see, we've got frustration-free packaging. Look at that, pulled right open. All right, guys, and here's what you get with your Clever Cutter. You get one Clever Cutter, and as you can see, this is just kind of like the metal that holds on this little plastic board right here. And then here's your blade. And then it does come with a locking mechanism that you just push down. And there it goes. Here's your little spring action right there. And as you can see, it makes a nice little chopping motion. This blade is sharp. I'm sure if we took this little paper right here, this little manual, let's see how sharp it is. I mean, that slid right through it, guys. That's a perfect, clean cut. This thing's sharp. We don't want to mess around with this. If we, put our hand in there, I'm sure it'd cut my finger off. All right. So what can they possibly tell us on the instructions? Okay. Just a basic how-to. Put your vegetable in, slice, slice, slice. And then basically just tells you you can't cut anything larger than the opening of the Clever Cutter, obviously. And that you have to sometimes trim the stuff you're trying to cut before putting in there. And not to put your hands or fingers in there. Nice. Oh, look at that. It's also dishwasher safe. That's great. If it's not dishwasher safe in the modern day, it's kind of like a big hit. This is an older one. This thing's been around since 2016. So it wouldn't be around that long if it didn't work. If it was junk, I think it'd be off the market pretty quick. One thing I noticed, it looks like there's a little, we got a couple little chads right here from the manufacturer. It looks like there's some plastic pieces. But, okay, let's, we're going to test a couple things on it. First, I've got myself a carrot right here we bought at the store. And I didn't get a sissy baby carrot. This is a full-size regular carrot. What we're gonna do, open up our Clever Cutter, and I'm just gonna put it, I don't know, does it go the front, the back, where do we go? We're gonna try it at the front. Oh my God, that took no effort. I know that was just a tiny piece, but that went through super easy. Okay, I am barely closing this. Almost no pressure, and it is sliding right through. And as you can see, the cuts are very, very flat, very perfect. Okay, let's try, like midway. Wow. See, that's making a perfect cut. Wow, I'm impressed. We'll turn it this way so you guys can see it coming towards you. And I am literally barely pushing on this thing and it's going right through it. Okay, let's try it back here and closer. I think it'll have a harder time cutting through back here. I was wrong. That went through super easy. Oh my God. Now I wonder if you can do this, if you can like turn a vegetable this way and slice through it still. Wow, and I even went through a thin slice right there. That's very fine. As you can see, that's not a very big piece at all. That's real small. Okay, let's see about a little larger end on this. We're gonna turn this, and we'll get back to this way so you guys can see what's going on. Okay, we're gonna go for a decent chunk right here, about midway on the blade, and just push. See, that took some more effort. I had to squeeze a little bit there. It felt like it needed more effort to get through it. Let's go on the outside, like right here. a little bit more effort on the thicker vegetables to get through it. It still wasn't that hard, but when you push through it, it does take a little effort. We'll try all the way back on the blade. See, I think I figured this out already. So, unlike what I thought, the further you are back, the easier it is to cut through it. So, you'd want to be in this last third of the blade. The mid's okay, but the going up here for the larger stuff is going to be more difficult. All right, let's let's cut off a chunk of carrot. Let's see how long it takes us to cut this into a couple chunks. Okay, I'm getting nervous there at the end, so we'll just turn it this way and make a couple slices. That's not hard at all. Now we're making some sloppy cuts. Alright, as you saw, guys, that was really easy to make those cuts. That took no time at all, and we have all these pieces. That was really quick. Alright, so we know what it does to carrots. Let's see if it works this way too. We'll put it long ways in here and see if maybe that'll give the blade some trouble. Ah, see, that's a little bit difficult. Whoa, that actually worked. But for making a quick salad, man, look at this. Don't get crazy. You can cut yourself with this thing. You can make some quick slices. You can cut up everything you have. I mean, I'm just chugging along. Look at that. You got a whole meal right here. You got, pasta fagioli or something. All right, look at that. There you go. Feed your rabbit. All right, so it worked on a carrot. I wonder if it'll cut something else. Let's get like some, I got some paper. Can Clever Cutter cut paper? Clever Cutter cannot cut paper if you're trying to do it this way. There's nothing for it to cut through. Now let's turn it this way. Nothing. Let's see if the blade's still sharp after cutting all that carrot, because before it just slid right on the paper. See, it's having trouble now. I think the blade is dulled slightly. I don't know if this will stay sharp long term. Let's try that again. See, it wants to slide through there, but it's a little jagged now. Alright, let's try that again. Let's get a clean side. See, it doesn't want to slice unless I start dragging it back and forth. Yeah, same thing. It's still sharp, but it's not as sharp as it once was. Let's get a piece of this cardboard and see if Clever Cutter can do anything to this. Nothing. Just grips it. Let's turn on its side. Nothing. Same deal. It'll make a dent in it, but it won't cut it. Alright, what else can we cut with Clever Cutter? Ooh, here's a random thing that's lying around. Can we cut a ketchup packet with Clever Cutter? Let's find out. Hey, it did it. That is cool. Look at that. I cut that ketchup packet open. That is nice. No more messing around with those stupid tear strips. Okay. Alright guys, so what's the takeaway with Clever Cutter? It does work. It, chops carrots very nicely, and I'm sure other vegetables, root vegetables. It's going to cut them up. If you've ever worked with plantains before, and I'd imagine this would work well. It might have a little trouble getting through some of those more rock hard style ones. Like I think a potato would be interesting. I don't happen to have one right now, or else I would have used that to cut it. I thought I did, but apparently we used them all. So it works really well. It makes nice cuts. It does make chopping very easy. That way you don't have to get out a cutting board and get a regular knife and chop everything up. You just go right here. Now, I wish it was slightly larger so you could chop onions on here or something like that. I think that would make this even better. I also like how it fits in the hand. It feels very nice, and I like the guard they have here that lets you grip it very well. And it kind of reminds you of having a knife. So it's built very nicely. It feels solid. It feels like it's good quality. I don't know about this blade long term, how that'll stay sharp. I guess after a while, if it goes dull, you just throw it away. This doesn't look like something you could actually sharpen. And this little board right here, I imagine that'll eventually wear away from just repeatedly being hit by this blade. If it does, throw it away and buy a new one. This was a little bit more expensive. This is retailing around $19.99. So I think it's a good system though. If you don't like working with knives and you want something more simple, or you just need to make some quick cuts, basic cuts on vegetables for cooking, go ahead and get yourself one. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this one. We'll catch you next time. Have a good night.